How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. And you know what time it is? It is time for some Chelsea news. So without waiting, let's dive into the video straight away. So it's been only like one game, right? Lukaku has been here and we have already people commenting on him, and in negative sort of sense. I mean, a lot of people of course will comment on him because of his super performance. But Rio Ferdinand said that he's not at all impressed by Romelu Lukaku's hold up play outside the box. I really wonder which game he was watching because I think Lukaku really looks solid. He said that Lukaku needs to improve his touches outside the box so that he can have better link-up play with his teammates. He said this on his show 5. But I really don't think that there is any improvement required right now because Lukaku did put the league on notice actually, of course, in his debut against Arsenal. And you know what is more important? That he scored goals, and I really think that people are really psychologically poking their nose. And I don't think people are speaking as a football pundit here. They just want to pull Lukaku's leg and put psychological pressure on him. So I really don't think that Romelu Lukaku should get any sort of thing in this mind. And I'm sure Romelu Lukaku right now, man, he's so matured. He's so extraordinary on his return to Stamford Bridge. And he'll be, of course, buzzing to play against Virgil van Dijk next weekend. Which also Ferdinand mentioned that we'll see the real test of Lukaku when he goes up against Liverpool defense. Because he said that Arsenal were so easy, so we cannot judge Lukaku on the basis of that. But I really feel that that's a harsh statement because his debut was fantastic, and I think that's a taste of what's to come in the future. So I'm sure Chelsea fans will say the same about that. So Rio Ferdinand, please stay out of our business, man. So this will be some surprising news, right? Marcus Alonso currently is the third highest chance creator in the Premier League, only behind Trent Alexander-Arnold and Matt Ritchie. He has total 7 number of chances created so far in the 2 games that he has played in Premier League, and this will be meaning that he's highest at the Chelsea club level. So there is no point of discussion here, man. Thomas Tuchel has a headache right now to who to put in the lineup at the left wing back spot, whether it is Chilwell or Alonso. But it is a good problem to have, mind you. And also, a lot of people thought that Chilwell will feature above Alonso, but due to the lack of game time during the preseason, I think that has kept Chilwell out of the line so fairly. Right now, we have a good headache because Alonso is in good form. He has produced results, he's popping up in the boxes, and of course, Alonso is very much a threat when going forward. And sometimes, recently I saw in the last game against Arsenal as well, he did contribute defensively as well. So that's very much a plus sign. So I see literally as a win-win situation for us because this year in our squad, it will be a lot of chances and a lot of competition places in the squad because we have a lot of games to play for. We have a lot of competitions to be a part of. So I think it is very much a good news that Alonso is keeping Chilwell on his toes, that yeah, if you do poorly in some game, I'm right behind you and I'll take your job. But right now he's actually in the front because I think as the form says, he should be starting in every game possible because Chilwell will be easy into the lineup, I'm sure, somewhere in the future when rotation is needed. So that's very much a good news from Marcus Alonso. Lads, hear me out. This wasn't supposed to be a long story, right? Jules Koundé, I think. But now, unfortunately, it is. And of course, his release clause went up by 10 or 11 million and it's now 77 million. Big yikes for us. But it is what it is now. Chelsea are still pushing for him. Actually, club have agreed the personal terms and the wages, of course, with Jules Koundé, but that is not a problem. Usually the clubs like us agree the personal terms very easily, but wages are a problem with someone who actually we want to ship out. That is Kurt Zouma to West Ham. West Ham are actually having problem to agree a personal term deal on the wages between Zouma and of course the club. Zouma wants around 125k, which would make him the highest paid West Ham player at the current moment, and I'm not sure West Ham are willing to commit on that. They definitely want the player because they have a verbal agreement between them and Chelsea, of course, for Kurt Zouma, that is around 25 million euros right now, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. So we still have a lot of time in the transfer window, precisely 7 or 8 days to sort this out, but we have to keep this in mind. Sevilla won't be selling Jules Koundé at the end of the transfer market because they need to find a replacement as well. So Chelsea need to be keen on the business, of course, they want to wrap it up, and of course Zouma needs to think for the sake of Chelsea fans that, yeah, I need to make some, of course, what do we say, compromises, or I need to compensate for the leaving the club that I will be paid very less. Well, this is really a brilliant news for me because Andreas Christensen, this is the player that I've liked for long because he is close to agreeing a new contract with Chelsea Football Club, and mind you, a long-term contract as reported by Matt Law from Telegraph. And right now I'm so happy because we can always point out to the last season, man, when he played against Liverpool and he committed a bizarre foul on Sadio Mane and got sent off. Since then, till now, there has been a lot of improvement and the games have been phenomenal which he has featured in. He has not stepped a foot wrong, and mind you, credit to all the players and the team players that he is learning from and all the coaches, but he has really improved a lot and I think he will be the mainstay of Chelsea team in the near future at the centre half position. Of course, not only the centre half, he can play as a right wing back, he can play at a right back, he can always play as a DM as well if we need him to. He's such a versatile player That's why it makes me so happy that another academy graduate is agreeing to a long-term contract, which for once in the past was close to leaving Stamford Bridge somewhere. But right now we are happy that he's staying with us. So guys, for the last part of this news, there is a name that has been around the media, Saul Niguez, and we know he has been linked with Chelsea now. So last night the rumors accelerated a lot that Chelsea might be making a last-ditch bid to get him on loan from Atletico. His initial price would be around 34 million something that Atletico has reported, but I think Chelsea, if they can get him on loan, it will be great. But I really don't want to discuss a lot about this player because we don't have some concrete proof right now, because it will be decided during the end part of the transfer window, as Chelsea have to offload a lot of midfielders as well. But do tell me that, what do you guys think? Where would Saul fit in our team, and what combination would Chelsea play with Saul? Because there are a lot of reports as well. Chelsea are linked with a 80 million, of course, forward from the Portuguese league as well. So there is a lot to talk about in this Chelsea's transfer window because there are 7 days left. But do tell me in the comments below, who do you want to see in the Chelsea shirt before the transfer window closes? And of course, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Peace.